Yeah. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. We were just having some issues with Facebook. So I guess today we're live only on YouTube. What is, super fun, as is my very first time going live on YouTube. But hello, bonjour, Connect Hearing community. Super nice to be back here on a live video. My name is Cristiane Basilio. I am an audiologist. I have a doctor audiologist. I have a doctor degree in audiology, and I have over 20 years of experience. So I'm here today to help you in your hearing journey, talk about hearing aid technology, and just to help you to be a better consumer. Okay. So the topic for today is understanding hearing aid features to help you make an informed decision when choosing hearing aid technology that should be based on your lifestyle needs and your hearing degree needs as well. Okay. And it's so exciting to see the changes of technology that has happened over the years, how much that has impacted people's lives, and how much happier our patients now are with hearing aids. But it can be challenging when you're making decisions and choosing based on your budget, based on your lifestyle, and that's what I'm here today to help you. I'm going to try to not talk so fast so you can really hear me. And you should be able to turn on the subtitles as well if you need on YouTube. Okay. So before I go over technology and all the features that we have now available on hearing aids, I just want to remind everyone the importance of having two hearing aids if you have hearing loss in both sides. You might be wondering, why would not have, right, two hearing aids? But sometimes we still get that question in the clinic, like, can I just have one hearing aid? So that answer will be no, unless you don't hear properly on one side. That is not, you're not able to get a hearing aid in that side for medical reasons. But the majority of people will develop hearing loss in both ears, and we need that sound coming from both ears in order to help us to localize sounds, in order to help our brain to understand speech in background noise. Okay. Also, another fact that is very important is to be able to make sure we get a style of hearing aid that provides you a good audibility of sound. So if we have a hearing aid that's not powerful enough for us, then none of these features that I'm going to talk about will make a difference. Okay. And as you can see on this PowerPoint here, we have so many different styles of hearing aid, and the power that can be provided from these hearing aids can change. So it's super important us to decide what is the style of hearing aid, as technology can be different in the same little style of hearing aid. And that's when the price actually changes. Okay. So those are the two important facts to discuss with your hearing professional before we decide what is the technology level that we should move forward. But when choosing the technology, the majority of manufacturers, they offer between 4 to 3 different levels of technology. And one thing important to know about these levels of technology is that the more features a hearing aid has available, the easier and the more adaptable that hearing aid will be into different situations, providing the best sound quality, the best speech understanding in different environments. Okay. Also, on technology levels, the highest, let's say, the technology level, it will have more channels of frequencies in the software for us to make adjustments. So again, we'll become more precise when it's adjusting the sound that's picked up by the microphone, so you can have a more clear sound and more comfort listening as well in different situations. Okay. But having said that, not everybody might need the premium level, okay? And that's what I would like today to kind of tell you a little bit about the features, so then you know better based on your lifestyle needs what would be perhaps the best technology for us to choose for your trial, okay? And choosing technology can be quite overwhelming, because not that I expect that you memorize all the name of the features today, but it's just there's so much that you have to learn when you go to the when you have your hearing test, and then after going the results, then there's so much to discuss, and it can be, you know, a lot in that first day. So maybe I'm hoping that this video can help you if you're just, you know, going for a new test, or if you or you're just going for a follow-up and you're considering trying a different technology. Okay. So I want to show you to start, and as I mentioned to you, the manufacturers will have available between 3 to 4 different technology levels. For the purpose of this video, I will focus on the latest phonak hearing aid that calls Lumity. And Lumity provides, and that's the majority of time when we discuss about technologies, is from standard, advanced level, and the premium level, this select level, okay? I put this up here as you might need a visual information there, but we're going to start talking about first of the premium level, and then we'll go advanced, and then we go standard level. One thing I want to mention is Bluetooth technology is available on all those levels of technology. Okay, so if you get a standard, advanced, or a premium, there are some features that are all available in all of them. So Bluetooth is one of them. I know it's a popular feature because, you know, it gives you the ability to talk on the phone, hearing in both ears. You can have an app that you can control the sound. So that's available in all the levels, okay? I will focus first on the main features that are only available on the premium level, all right? So I'll bring that slide again, just so you can have a good idea. You see these green boxes that I had put it up there. Those are just a screenshot from our software. And as you can see, there's a lot of, I call them as destinies, okay? So this green box is what happens on the automatic program of a hearing aid, okay? It calls AutoSense 5.0. This is the latest one. And if we focus there on the premium level, you see that we have 7 destinies. So what that means? It means that when the hearing aid is analyzing the environment around you, it will analyze which kind of speech is coming in, or which kind of noise, what is the direction of that sound, what is the ambient that you are, like if it's a high ceiling or if you're in the car. And based on that, when they are analyzing those situations, it will mix it up, all the features of the hearing aid, to adjust the sound and then to make it a more clean and clear sound in that specific situation. So it makes more precise fine tuning, let's say, for the different environments that you might be. So if you are a patient where you move from like a quiet to noise setting a lot, you go from a small group to a large group situation, or you like to go to a theater, to a concert where you have like very high ceilings. There is a lot of echoey of the sound. That's the technology you probably would like, okay? Because if you want to hear more clearly and precise, you want a hearing aid that automatically and seamless changes between throughout those environments. So then you don't need to do anything manually, and then automatically will adjust the sound quality for you, okay? So this is the automatic setting. It is available in all the different technology levels, but there is a difference in how many destinies we have in between them. Okay. The other specific features that I have on this slide here, that is on the written in red, it's the very first one is a speech enhancer. So this is a feature where it boosts the speech at a distant speech in a more quieter environment. So let's say if you are a patient that looking for hearing your wife when she's a little further away, and there's not a lot of noise in the house, but you're still having difficulties, that's a really good feature, and that's only available on the premium level, okay? The other feature that's only available on the premium level is what they call as a speech sensor. So the speech sensor, it helps you to hear speech from the side and from behind. Okay, so there were a lot of features in the past helping speech in background noise, but the majority of that technology was more focusing on the sound that was coming from the front. Okay, but we know you might be sitting in a larger table on a restaurant, or the waitress is coming from the side. You want to also hear what's coming around you sometimes. And this feature, the speech sensor, will detect where the speech is coming from, the soft speech is coming from, and what's closer to you. Is it closer to your left side? Is it closer to the right side? And then we'll focus on that. Okay, so that helps you automatically, the hearing aid switches to that mode and will or activate, let's say, that feature, and then you will be able to understand better speech in those environments. And the last one that I want to mention as one of the main features of the high end, the premium level, is the echo block. Okay, so the echo block is a feature where you situations like concerts, theaters, or when you are in a stadium, there is a lot of echo from the environment. There's a lot of reverberation, okay? So environments where you don't have much soft cushions around, so there's like a hardwood floor or concrete, high ceiling, a lot of glass windows, those environments, the sound reverberate a lot, creates an echo. And that can be very challenging sometimes for the hearing aid to treat that sound and help you understand speech better. So this echo block is a feature on the premium level that is capable of filtering this echo sound so that you're going to be able to hear more comfortably in those situations, and picking up better the speech sounds. Okay, so all those features are only available on the premium level, but we do have other levels, and I want you to be aware of the other levels because they all can be great. It really depends on your lifestyle needs, right? And sometimes on your hearing loss degree as well. So that's something we can discuss later. So the other level that I want to talk about, as you can see in this slide, is the mid-level. So we call the advanced level, okay? And again, I will focus first on the automatic feature. So as you can see here, we have the AutoSense 5.0 as well. So you don't need to manually adjust your hearing aid. The difference between that advanced level to the premium level is how many destinies that hearing aid will choose from when adjusting the sound, okay? So having that program happening, again, what's going to happen is if you are a patient that still have a very active life, you move from a noise place to a quiet place, you're still in the workforce, you're a volunteer in a community center, so you have the social active going, but you are not as often in a very loud environment. Then the advanced level can be a great option for you. Okay. It already adjusts automatically as well. So automatically improving your speech understanding and comfort listening as well in different situations. All right. But it does change between the 4 different destinies. So they call it a comforting noise, speechy noise, music, and then just a calm situation when there is no noise around you. Okay. Sometimes in cases like that, when we are choosing maybe a hearing aid that's not the tech level appropriate for your lifestyle needs, we can add some additional programs as well that you can switch between automatically or a manual program through the hearing aid or through the app. Okay, but it's important and be realistic of what that automatic program feature will do. So then what we're maybe compromising when we're choosing the different technology levels. But I want to also now bring it back that slide and focus on the 2 features that are available unique to that advanced level. And of course, we'll have in the premium level as well, but it would not be available on the standard level. Okay. Again, in red, you can see these features that I want to talk about. It is the dynamic noise cancellation and the stereo zoom 2.0. So what that means, so before the noise cancellation features on hearing aids, they were very static, like they would not adapt when you're walking around or moving. So that's why now it's called dynamic noise cancellation. Okay, so that has improved a lot over the years. And the noise reduction, the noise cancellation, it reduces the background noise around you to improve hearing. Okay, important to say that noise cancellation will not block the noise completely. Okay, it's important for our brain to hear still the noises around. And if you're still struggling hearing speech, probably the technology you chose was not the correct one. You might don't have that speech enhancer in some situations, or the stereo zoom where you zoom in more in the sound when there's loud noise around you. Okay, so it's important to understand that we want to hear the noises around you. Okay, we cannot live in a quiet environment always, and that's not good. You might become very sensitive to loud sounds around you if you are constantly trying to be in a quiet place. Okay, and that eventually can cause some problems that we can discuss later, like what we call hyperacusis. Okay, but this noise cancellation, this dynamic noise cancellation, is available on the advanced level and is available on the premium level as well. But what it does, again, reduces noise, and it's important if you are, let's say you want to hear better when you're in church, that will block it off more the noise around you, so you will be able to hear better speech and just feel comfortable. Don't feel that the sound is so loud that it would bother you. Okay. And then we have the feature that calls Stereo Zoom 2.0. So this is the latest Stereo Zoom feature that Phonak had launched on this platform of hearing aid. So what it does is Stimulus adjusts for more speech focus in the front, but when you have a more challenging environment. So the Stereo Zoom, it really zoom in the sound. Okay, so if you are in a restaurant, and then you have a lot of people talking, but once you face that person, all the background noise is cut off and you can really focus in the front. It's a very narrow focus. Okay, so sometimes you might need to adjust your head to be really facing that person, but it's super helpful when you are in a place where there's a loud noise. Okay, then the hearing aid automatically will adjust to that, and then you're going to be able to hear better your partner or your friend. Okay, so those are the 2 unique features on the advanced that's not on the standard level. All right, And now we're going to move on to the standard level. So again, you see that we still have that green box in there. So it is still an automatic hearing aid. You don't need to manually adjust that hearing aid, but it does have less of those destinies that I was explaining in the beginning. So what happened again, it will adjust the sound based on the environment you are, but it might not choose exactly the sound quality you're looking for. But if you are a patient where you're mostly in small groups, you're very seldom in large group situations or in a very loud environment, that can be a really good technology for you. It doesn't mean it's a bad hearing aid, it just has less features, okay, in some of those environments. So if you decide, maybe because of your budget or whatever other reason, we just need to know what we are compromising if we choose that level of technology, okay? But it will still adjust automatically. As you can see, it doesn't have that music option, and the music option is not only music, it's like, yeah, it's music, but I mean, if there's any, like a lot of people talk at the same time, there's a background in music, usually the hearing aid will switch to that and to give you clarity to listen to the music as well, okay? So that is not in there, but it is a great product as well, and it has, as you see, there is one feature there that is available on the standard. So we don't have the other red features that I had posted in there. We don't have that on the standard, but we still have what they call as a ultra zoom. So the ultra zoom, in noise setting, it will zoom in the voices when you're in the front, but the zoom is not so narrow to help you if there is a very loud environment, okay? But it will still help you if you have a more like a moderately noisy place, and then if you're seldom, let's say, in a large group of people, that can be a really good option for you, okay? So these are the main features that the hearing aid have to help you. And you see, all those features always focus on speech, right? But if you're really much in music, if you like music, I can tell you that hearing aids has changed a lot as well on how they adapt and adjust for music as well. So even musicians are happier, I would say, with hearing aids, because the main focus on hearing aids is always speech, right? We want to improve speech, improve our communication abilities in different situations, okay? So that's what I had for today. I don't know if we have any comments. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Paul. So Paul is asking me, do I need an appointment? My right hearing aid does not seem to have the volume as the left one. I have changed the wax guards with no change. I would definitely consider going to the clinic, Paul. Sometimes it could be, I don't know what is the age of hearing aid, maybe it needs to be repaired. Sometimes if you have the behind the ear, we might need to change the little wire. So a lot of times we can fix those issues in the clinic. So definitely go back, because if you're noticing a change, you also might need a new hearing test. Okay, we just want to make sure that maybe one side is not hasn't changed, or it could be wax as well. Sometimes you don't see the wax on the filter, but you might have wax in your ears that's blocking up the sound. So go back to the clinic for sure. The other question I have here is from Don. He's mentioning about the cross hearing aid that I think is a very limited control with the app. I know, Don. The cross system is a very unique system. It's a hearing aid that when you cannot hear well at all from one side, the sound is transferred to the good ear. But because of that connection that you have to have between the two hearing aids, it does limit sometimes some other features that you can have available for other styles of hearing aid, okay? But what I would say about that, Dawn, I would say the cross system has changed amazingly, okay, over the years. When I started working, the cross system needed actually a wire connected to the hearing aids, okay? So I know you get frustrated sometimes with some of the features, but I would be grateful, okay, because it's much better than it used to be. Okay, so we have another question here, and that's for Paul. Please discuss Roger on, specifically. Spotty utilize the Zoom. You utilize for speech to text dictation, and how to increase its volume in restaurant situations. So they have a new Roger. I don't know if you know, everybody here. Roger is an accessory that you can have with hearing aids. How to use Roger noise situation. Okay, yeah, he wants to know how to use Roger noise situation. So the Roger on has a new version as well. I don't know if you know about that, Paul, version 2.0. So what has changed on that is it is an accessory. Let me go back. It is an accessory that it connects to the hearing aid wireless, and is an external microphone. Okay, so this external microphone is great for you to hear people at a distance situations and in a very loud environment. Okay, what it specifically does is improves more speech compared to the noise if we compare to a hearing aid. So when you have a hearing aid, the two microphones, when they're adjusting, the sound goes up from 2 to 6 decibels higher than the speech. That would be the max. Okay. When you have a Roger, the speech can be boosted 12, 13 decibels compared to the noise. So it just gives you that boost in speech clarity when you are in a noisy place. Okay. And the Roger on, Paul, the new, I don't know which one Roger on you have, but what it has changed is it will switch between the focus microphone and the not focus microphone automatically, because they are adaptive as well, different than the older select style or the pan style. Okay, so you shouldn't need to change or do anything with that, Roger, to be sincere, because the 2.0, okay, you have the latest. That's awesome. So you shouldn't need to change between Zoom or anything, because automatically that will change the settings on the Roger, and it shouldn't be anything manually actually besides turning on and off. Okay, you might need to place in different situations, like it depends where you are, if you're on the table or but you shouldn't need to do any adjustment at all. Okay, but if you're having trouble with the setup, it could be related to the sound quality that's come into the Roger, and we might need to do some adjustments on the hearing aid, because it picks up the adjustments that we add into the software on the hearing aid. Okay. Okay, I think that's what we have for today. I think it won't be as many questions because a lot of people are not used to come on YouTube here. I know on Facebook it's definitely more popular, and Facebook was having a problem today. We couldn't go live there, but hopefully we can post this video there later. But one important thing that I want to mention to you is, if you are going to hearing aid appointment or a hearing test appointment, think about it. What are my 3 main goals getting a hearing aid? Okay, really think about your lifestyle needs, because that will be a good way for us to decide like which technology level would be best for you. And then knowing now what you might need to compromise, it might help you to make that decision. Okay, and important to say as well, there's always a trial, right? So you can always try it out, the hearing aid, see if it works, and then if you might want to upgrade the technology, you have time to do that. Okay, so nothing is a final decision on that first day. The important thing is to try it out and see how you feel on your day-to-day life. Okay, so really good to be here on YouTube, and thank you so much. I see, a couple of people here watching me, more than expected actually on YouTube. So I really appreciate that. And yeah, stay safe, stay connected. Hopefully you have a wonderful time, a wonderful fall. I love fall. And hopefully to be back here in a couple of months. Okay. Bye. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.